everyone, my name is Ohakade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valkada. Please check us out, I'll leave links down in the description below. But today we're talking about Tekken. Before I get started, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today is a special day because today Xiaoyu was announced for Tekken 8. Very unexpected, came out of nowhere, and today just made a lot of sense to just give my thoughts on this trailer. I have seen it already, so this is not going to be like a first time reaction, but I will break it down and we're going to go through it and see what we have going. My overall thoughts are that it seems that, like all other characters for Tekken 8, they're really leaning into her personality and her archetype. Her gameplay is not going to change that much compared to some other character trailers that I've seen. I do think she's going to end up quite a low damage character again, which is fair enough because, you know, she does have a lot of crushing properties and stuff like that, but from what I can see, they're staying quite faithful to her archetype and the additions look quite promising and well thought out. So let's get into this. Ling Xiaoyu! So if we watch that again in slow motion, this is her existing 10 frame punish, and if you can see there, she transitions into hypnotist stance from the 10 frame punish, which is not something she can do at the moment. And throughout this trailer, you can see that they really are leaning into her hypnotist stance more, which is really cool because I always thought that hypnotist is an underutilized stance. It's very limited in its capabilities, but I like how they're really making Hypnotist like a main stance for Tekken 8, it seems. Throughout this trailer, she does transition into Hypnotist multiple times for like brief seconds, and it's really hard to catch, but I do think that in the final game, it will be a situation where you can hold Hypnotist for a few steps before you execute whatever move you have in mind, just to increase that sort of mind game you have with the opponent. Basically enhancing her mix-up game a lot, and it's definitely going to be very annoying and frustrating for opponents, and I'm looking forward to that. Also, we have this new low from Hypnotist, which looks really cool and stylish. It gives plus frames because we get a Magic 4 situation there after the plus frames. It does look like Magic 4s in this game are nerfed. They don't lead to full combos, only guaranteed follow-up. In this case, Ling gets what looks like her up back 3+4, which is like a new animation, looks really cool, into AOP. I was curious about how AOP was going to work in this game, and in this trailer, I don't think they really showed any instance of it crushing mids. The heat system, it seems to allow you to rush up and get a lot of plus frames and stuff, and I just wonder how useful AOP is going to be against that sort of thing. I'm hoping that the evasiveness of AOP is increased for Tekken 8 because I feel like that is going to be necessary against all of the heat system offense. It is very strange that as a defensive character, they didn't really show any evasiveness in this trailer. They only showed offense, which is strange, but that is the name of the game for this game, is offense. Then we have our down back 2, which is good. We still have that. This is interesting to note. The jumping throw from back turned seems to have tracking now. I don't think that move tracks in Tekken 8, and her tracking overall is very weak in Tekken 8, so the fact that opponents cannot step this move is really good. What's cool about this is it leads to this animation, which is really awesome. It reminds me of Wang's throw, and Wang is a character that was in Tekken Tag 2, I believe, but I haven't played him since Tekken 2 maybe, and this looks like it gives a guaranteed down 3-4. It would be cool if we could get more off of that. I do wonder how unescapable that elbow is. There's probably a way to break it, but if not, that could be pretty cheap. If it's like a 50-50 situation like it is in Tekken 7 where you can't actually break that throw on a reaction, you have to guess which one it's going to be. So she could have an elbow for one, and then something else for another. Who knows? I do wonder if the old throw animations from Tekken 7 for this move are going to still be there. Honestly, I would be happy with them not being there. I've never been particularly fond of those animations. I think they've been there since Tekken 3 even. So I'm excited for new throw animations for sure. So obviously she still has her 15 frame punish here. So new bound situation here. I did not see her existing RDS 1-4 in this trailer. It could be gone, or it might still be there but just exists as a sort of mix-up, because this obviously looks like a mid-mid, which is great. It could be unsafe, but yeah, RDS 1-4 might be gone. I'm not sure what functionality RDS 1-4 would have, except for maybe plus frames on block. But yeah, new bound move here, which looks cool. Yep, okay, so that's another transition into Hypnotist from her forward 2-1. You cannot transition into Hypnotist from forward 2-1 at the moment. That also could be good for mix-ups. I'm a bit concerned that this might be a little bit of a slow, unsafe option, because if the 1 and the 2-1 is still a high, it might not have much use against good players, because they'll obviously duck the high before they even have to deal with the Hypnotist mix-up. But I guess it's still a pretty cool option. It might only have use in combos. But yeah, that's Hypnotist 2 that she finishes the combo with, which pushes back a lot. Okay, that is her parry, done by pressing 3+4. It could be more useful in this game. In Tekken 7 it's a little harder to do, it's a little bit more situation specific, but if we could spam this parry a little more, it would be nice. You know, this is an example of a defense mechanic in the trailer that could be useful, so that's pretty cool. And then we transition straight into Hypnotist. I don't know if that's automatic from the parry or if that was a manual transition. It looks manual to me. And then we do that move, which looks like a high. I think at the moment it is a high in Tekken 7. It's her while standing 3+4, but it wall splats here and could be a mid. It doesn't look guaranteed from the parry. It looks like a mix-up. Oh, actually, well, is that... It could be guaranteed because Nina looks back turned there. Or she hit a button or something. Yeah, interesting. Now, that looks like a new move, or new extension from her back 4, which is a 13 frame punish. It looks like another mid-mid, which is pretty neat. Probably is unsafe on block. Again, this is a concern about the damage that I have, is that I hope that we can get more off a wall splat than just a standard string in that situation. I'm sure a lot of the combos shown in these trailers are probably not optimal, but it's just a thought that I had. Again, I'm not sure if her existing back 4-4 string, the mid-high, is gonna still exist. Again, since it's a mid-high, I'm not sure what the functionality of it would be. When you have something like this, which is a mid-mid, could be replaced, could be. I obviously wouldn't miss the mid-high myself. And I love her new design. She looks great. It's cool that they stuck with the black, orange, white palette. Yeah, so that is her back 3. Looks like it still gives plus frames on block. Now, that to me looks like the RDS down 4 looks like it launches on normal hit. That doesn't look like a counter hit at all, which is pretty cool. I like that. She needs it. So that is a buff for sure. This is her heat burst, reminiscent of X marks the spot. And then we have a pretty typical looking combo here. Okay. AOP 2-1 is a heat engager. That's something that I predicted. It seems kind of obvious since it's kind of an explosive move. Then we run up, and I believe this move is her heat smash. Yeah, it's like her shooting star paired with a kick that looks like her mistrust kick. I'm a little worried that they didn't show the iconic mistrust kick in this trailer at all, except for that move, which incorporates a little bit of the animation. I doubt that they removed the mistrust kick. It probably just goes without saying that she has it, that they felt like they didn't need to show it, I hope. Yeah, so this is the mid 13 frame punish. Again, it's a heat engager. And here is the string again. That string that allows her to transition into Hypnotist, and she does that low that we saw at the beginning, but in heat, in heat, the low knocks down a normal hit and allows for a follow-up. So instead of just plus frames, we get a knockdown and a follow-up, which is pretty cool. A lot of the characters, when they're in heat, they do seem to basically have a knockdown low or a hell sweep situation, and I'm glad that she gets that unseeable low to knock down. Not something that she has at the moment, but definitely something that I can imagine she needs to keep up with the other characters in this game, because this game is looking pretty wild in terms of offense. Again, I am a little bit concerned about the emphasis on the forward 2-1 as an opener for the Hypnotist mix-up because of the high, but maybe it's a mid-mid. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, who knows. Yeah, and this is her back one iconic move, which is a heat engager. We're going to move into the heat dash from this. I also predicted that this move would be a heat engager. It's just very hard hitting and seems like an obvious choice. And again, doing a little combo situation. Yeah, okay, cool. Her new up back 3+4 gives that little screw extender, moving into AOP 2-1. Another thought is that I'm not seeing any new moves from AOP in this trailer. I'm sure there are more, but it is a little strange that that is her main stance and we're not seeing any new moves from AOP. Hopefully there isn't a lack of emphasis on AOP in this game, but I can imagine that that might be the case since we're seeing more Hypnotist and stuff. It could just be that she has so many moves that there's no time to show them all, but very strange that we didn't see a new AOP move in this trailer. Now this is a big deal because this is her AOP 1+2, which counter hits, as you can see in Tekken 8. This was nerfed in Tekken 7 and it really hurt her gameplay. It hurt both her defense and offense, really. So I'm really glad to see that this counter hit is brought back. It really buffs her a lot. Will really help her deal more damage, so that's great to see. Hopefully they don't change it at the last minute, because obviously the game is still in alpha stage, a lot could change, but at the moment this is looking pretty cool. Then we move into her rage art, which looks awesome. Now you've made me angry. Yeah, I like that they really enhanced her personality and stuff. That move looks pretty cool actually. I wonder if that move is like a normal move too. That double palm hit. Usually the rage arts, the initial hit is based on an existing move that can be used without rage. And I like all these multiple hits for her rage art. Just tears them open. Yeah, nice. Love it. What an awesome new win pose. At the moment, she's looking pretty good. I think overall the most exciting thing about this trailer was the emphasis on Hypnotist. I'm very curious about that. There's probably a lot of different ways that you can transition into Hypnotist now. There's probably a lot more going on with her than is even shown in this trailer, but from what I can see, there's a lot of buffs, a lot of cool stuff. My only worry is how useful AOP is, and I want Mistrust. But yeah, thrilled to have her in the game. I was a little bit worried that she might not make it, only because I think usage-wise, she's not one of the most chosen characters overall, but I think those who do choose her are quite loyal to her, and obviously she is a franchise staple. You know, she was featured in, what was it, Bloodline, the new Netflix series, so that made me pretty sure that she would make the base roster. Yeah, you can't have a Tekken game without Xiaoyu. So I'm thrilled, I'm happy, I'm good. Now I'm just excited to see what other characters get announced. Probably the next one is gonna be Yoshi. I think he's the only character from Tekken 1, apart from Michelle, that hasn't been announced yet. Michelle would be awesome, to be honest, if they brought her back and she was kind of like older. If not Michelle, then Julia for sure. But if not Julia, I would say Alyssa, a popular character like that. Okay, that's it from me. Let me know what other type of content you'd like to see. Maybe you'd like to see some more Tekken 7 content or any sort of reactions, reviews. I do music reviews. Check out my own music project, Valcata. Again, I'll leave links down in the description below. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's it from me. Have a good one and take care. Thanks.